WAIR, tuning in near and far. Settle in tight, it's Mystery Night on WAIR. From the fog-drowned edges of Crescent City, where the trees grow too close together and the water keeps too many secrets, comes another case for Logan Lockwood, Private Eye. Tonight's episode, The Thing in the Bog of Blackwater Marsh. Blackwater Marsh doesn't sit on maps like a place. It sits like a warning. Doyle Mercer was found on its edge. Fisherman, local, known for keeping to himself and not owing anybody anything worth dying over. That changed because something tore him open like a paper sack and left him face down in the mud. And the folks who found him all said the same thing. He wasn't alone.
You see the wounds?
I see 'em.
You ever seen anything like that before?
Not outside a slaughterhouse.
Locals are saying it's the Marsh Walker again.
And you don't believe in Marsh Walkers?
I believe in men who want other men to stop asking questions.
Well, it was safe to say Rourke hadn't killed the man. He was already shaking in his uniform over the talk of the Marsh Walker. In Moonridge County, stories spread faster than truth. By noon, Mercer wasn't just dead, he was taken. By dusk, he was offered up. And by nightfall, he was claimed by something not human. After leaving Captain Rourke and the remains of Mr. Mercer, I went to the local diner with my musings and ordered some coffee, only to be put upon by Dr. Evelyn Hart, Moonridge County's very own self-appointed cryptozoological skeptic, superclass busybody and killjoy, who takes pride in her own intelligence and disregard for everyone else's.
Mr. Lockwood.
Doctor?
I assume you're here about Mercer?
No, actually, I wanted to ask you out to the social Saturday night, but I must admit the rumors of what killed him has me intrigued.
A myth.
Myths don't leave claw marks.
No, men do. Men who want to hide behind those myths. Guilty men, Mr. Lockwood.
She was cool. Too cool. That's what made me look twice. I had a fresh corpse and a murder to solve. Everyone is guilty till proven innocent. People afraid of monsters talk too fast. People hiding something don't.
The marsh is unstable terrain. Echoes distort sound. Tracks exaggerate depth. It's a perfect environment for misinterpretation.
You're saying the monster is an illusion?
I'm saying fear is contagious.
She wanted it neat, clean, explained. But Mercer hadn't died neatly. Dr. Hart didn't seem very discouraged when I informed her that I had a meeting scheduled with the mayor and excused myself from the conversation. By the time I had paid my tab, I noticed that she had already found my replacement, Captain Rourke. I chuckled as I left the diner. If there's one thing I've learned, it's this. Whenever a monster shows up in a story, a man is usually hiding behind it.
Ah, Mr. Lockwood.
Mayor Caldwell, how do you do?
Thank you for coming. I do appreciate your presence.
No, you don't. You just tolerate it better than the alternative.
We need this handled quickly.
Handled how?
Quietly.
That's not how murder works.
This isn't just murder, Mr. Lockwood. This is perception, tourism, land value, stability.
There it was. Not grief, not fear. Interest. You pushing the monster story, Mayor?
I'm not discouraging it.
That's when I knew someone wanted a monster, because a monster meant nobody had to look at a man. I had to visit the marsh. Alone this time. I had to know some things. I went in alone. Blackwater Marsh doesn't give directions, it gives warnings in pieces. A broken branch here, a disturbed ripple there. Something watching that never stays in one place long enough to name. Yeah, I hear you. The deeper I went, the quieter it got. Not peaceful quiet, listening quiet. All right, come on out. If you're gonna kill me, you're doing a poor job of showing confidence. Then, a movement. Not rushing, not hunting, just there. Between trees that didn't belong to the same world I did. It stepped out slow enough that it wasn't trying to surprise me. That was the first thing that didn't fit. Bigfoot stories don't include hesitation. This thing hesitated. Easy. It stood tall, covered in matted hair, yes, but not wild, not feral, observing, like it had seen men before, and decided not to become one. It looked at me, and I didn't see rage, I saw distance. Then it turned and walked back into the marsh, not fleeing, leaving. That was wrong. Not impossible, just wrong in a way no one would believe. I had now learned what I came here for. Time to go. Mercer's body told the truth. People always do once you stop listening to stories and start looking at details.
You see this?
Of course.
These aren't animal lacerations. They're blade cuts.
Indeed, the cuts were clean ones, controlled, not frenzy, not feeding. Execution. So, we can positively say this was not the work of a beast.
No, it's definitely not the work of a beast.
That narrowed the world down to something much worse than a myth. A person. I had a pretty good idea who was behind it. You have been very helpful, Mayor.
Have I now?
Yeah, you've been guiding the story. Monsters in the marsh, tourism rumors, controlled panic.
People prefer simple explanations, Mr. Lockwood.
So do killers. He didn't move like a man caught. He moved like a man waiting for the room to catch up. Mercer was asking questions, wasn't he?
Everyone asks questions. Just what are you getting at?
Not like him. He found something in the marsh. Is something illegal being dumped out there? Something your friends didn't want found?
You're very imaginative, Mr. Lockwood.
No, just observant. That's when he reached for the desk drawer. Slow, too rehearsed.
You should have taken the story at face value.
That's where you went wrong. I never do. It didn't take long after that. The kind of ending that doesn't need much talking. Just truth and gravity. The case was closed. Mercer got justice. Caldwell got what he earned, and the marsh stayed what it always was. Unclaimed, unbothered, uninvolved. But I went back one more time. Not because I had to, because I knew I wouldn't sleep if I didn't. It was there. Again. Closer this time. Standing between the cypress like it had been waiting for me specifically. Not angry, not afraid, just aware. You're real. It didn't respond, didn't need to. Then it stepped back, slow, deliberate, like it was deciding I wasn't worth the trouble, and disappeared into the marsh that never gives back what it takes. People will say Mercer was killed by a man. They'll say fear made the prints. They'll say the rest was swamp gas, imagination, whiskey talk. They'll be right about most of it, but not all of it, because something out there walks the Blackwater Marsh. Something that doesn't want us, doesn't need us, doesn't even notice us most of the time. And I saw it twice. The first time, it let me live. The second time, it let me leave. And I've learned enough in this job to know when a story is dangerous not because it's false, but because it's true. So here's the part nobody hears. I'm not writing it down. Not telling Rourke, not telling Hart. Not telling anyone who'd turn it into something small enough to sell. Because some things don't belong in the city. And some things don't belong in words at all. Yeah, I see you.
Join us next time for another mystery in Logan Lockwood, Private Eye.